Oops, sorry, she says as her hand grazes yours for the third time tonight. Was it really an accident? When a woman touches you by accident, it's often anything but accidental. Touch is a powerful language of its own, especially in the flirting world. If you're wondering what it means when she unintentionally bumps, brushes, or contacts you physically, it's time to get wise. Let's decode those subtle touches and reveal what's really going on beneath that oops. The light brush that lingers. A classic accidental touch is the light brush, her arm against yours, her leg touching your leg under the table, her hand grazing your hand as you walk side by side. One key thing to notice: does she pull away quickly or let it linger for a moment? If it were truly an unwanted accident, most people instinctively withdraw fast and apologize. But if it's intentional, and she's into you, she might let that touch hang just a split second longer than necessary, and the apology, if any, is very casual or cheeky. For example, you reach for the same bowl of chips and your hands touch. She says whoops with a smile and doesn't exactly yank her hand back like it's burnt. That lingering contact is intentional on some level. She's testing the waters, getting a little thrill from being close to you. In her mind, it's a low-risk move. She can always pretend it was nothing if you don't respond well. But your job is to notice that it happened not once, but maybe multiple times. A repeated light brush, especially with that little smile of hers, basically screams, "I like being close to you." The friendly fix-up touch. Sneaky intent. Another innocent touch is when she fixes or adjusts something on you, like, hold still, there's lint on your shirt, and she plucks it off, patting your chest afterward. Or she straightens your crooked tie, adjusts your collar, brushes something off your face. You had an eyelash, got it. Sure, these can be genuinely helpful, but think about it. People only do this level of personal space invasion if they feel comfortable with you, or want to. It's a socially acceptable excuse to touch you. She gets to break the touch barrier while seeming nurturing or friendly. Pay attention to her demeanor. Is she focused on the task or is she smiling, making eye contact, perhaps blushing a bit as she does it? If her voice goes a tad softer or she seems a little giddy while fixing you, it wasn't just about the lint. She's enjoying the moment of closeness. Also note if she finds very trivial reasons to do this, like fussing with your jacket lapel when it's perfectly fine. That's a hint that her primary goal is just to touch and take care of you in a small way. The crowded space excuse. Zero personal space. Picture this. You're in a crowded bar or walking through a festival. She's right next to you, and every few seconds you feel her body against yours, her shoulder bumping you, her hand grabbing your arm for balance, her standing so close your sides touch. Yes, crowded environments cause people to squeeze together, but watch how she navigates. If there's a bit of space, but she still stays pressed to you, that's deliberate. Or if she could walk in front of you in a tight spot but chooses to slide in beside you, ensuring some body contact, she's not just being clumsy. Women are typically quite aware of personal space. If she consistently allows yours to overlap with hers, she's comfortable with you and likely attracted. She might say, "It's so crowded, I hope you don't mind," as she hooks her arm through yours or keeps bumping hips. In reality, she probably doesn't mind at all. She might even be using the crowd as the perfect cover to get cozy without it seeming forward. So the next time she doesn't try very hard to avoid bumping into you in a crowd, know that she's silently inviting that closeness. The playful punch or high five, flirty touch. Sometimes accidental touches come disguised as playful gestures. She might lightly punch your arm when you tease her. "Shut up, you're so silly," then taps you. Or she's constantly finding reasons to give you high fives, fist bumps, or even comparing hand sizes. "Wow, your hands are so much bigger than mine," as she presses her palm to yours. These aren't accidents at all. They're deliberate touches masked as friendly play. Pay attention to how often she does this. One playful tap could just be her personality, but if she's touching you in these "haha, just kidding" ways repeatedly, she's building physical familiarity. It's a way to touch you that's socially acceptable and non-romantic on the surface, but believe me, the subtext is sizzling. A girl who has zero interest isn't going to be finding reasons to constantly make physical contact, even if it's jokingly. And if you lightly return a playful touch and she seems to welcome it rather than pull back, that's confirmation. The playful punch that turns into her gently squeezing your bicep, the frequent high fives for little things just to grab your hand. Consider those green lights in disguise. Signs it was truly accidental, and when it's not. We should mention, occasionally a touch truly is accidental and meaningless. How can you tell the difference? A genuinely accidental unwanted touch will usually come with a quick apology, increased personal distance afterward, and no repeat performances. For instance, she bumps your arm while reaching for something, immediately says, "sorry," and then seems to be a tad more careful about where her limbs are. If that's the only time it happens, there might be nothing more to it. Contrast that with the scenarios above. Multiple accidents, touches that happen even when they could have been avoided, and a lack of genuine apology or distancing. If she's not saying sorry or moving away, she likely isn't sorry at all. She might even do it again soon. Also, context matters. A shy girl might accidentally touch you and get so flustered she doesn't try again. But if that same shy girl accidentally touches you a few times in one night, that's planned by her subconscious, if not her conscious mind. What to do when she accidentally touches you? The big question, how to respond. If you suspect it's intentional and you're interested, respond warmly. You can smile, maintain the touch slightly, like if your arms brush, you don't flinch away, or even escalate gently, perhaps placing your hand briefly on her back to guide her through the crowd after she's been bumping into you. Show her you're comfortable with physical closeness. If she's doing the playful punch, you can take her hand jokingly like, "Ow, that hurt." Now you're holding her hand for a moment, turning her accident into a flirtier moment. The key is to signal that you welcome her touch. This will embolden her or her subconscious to ramp it up. When she touches you by accident is often a wink from her subconscious saying, "I want to be closer to you." Rarely is it truly by chance, especially if it happens more than once. Women understand the implications of touch. Those little brushes and bumps are a low-key way to bridge the gap without coming on too strong. Now you know what they usually mean. She likes you, she feels comfortable around you, and she's hoping you'll get the hint. So pay attention to those accidental touches. If you like her, don't let them pass unnoticed. React positively, lean into it, figuratively and literally, and before long, those small touches could turn into genuine embraces. She's breaking the touch barrier in a subtle way and inviting you to step through it. Now that you're fluent in this unspoken language, you won't miss that invitation.